Oh, hello there.
How we doing?
Oh,
Let me put this away.
let me get one more. Gotta catch up to Brandon here. What's up, guys? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you are watching this video. I am David with L&DFitness here in Cantonment, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is Brandon. If you guys haven't met Brandon already, you are missing out. Brandon is one of our new coaches that we have here at L&DFitness here in Cantonment. So what we're going to do today is, because Brandon motivates me. Yes, he does. He motivates me. We are going to give you guys a holiday hack for motivation. So we got 5 ways to help you boost motivation for the holidays. So what we're going to be doing is just kind of talking about some topics and just kind of going from there. So, is there anything you want to say to the people before we get going?
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be doing these videos with David. We're going to try to bring these to you somewhat regularly, at least, 2-3 times a week on different topics. Motivational Monday, we got Wisdom Wednesday, and then what else we got?
We're trying to implement some Trainer Talk Tuesdays or Technique Thursdays, just so you guys can get to meet Brandon and some of the other coaches that we do have, and give you guys some free, valuable information. And if there's anything that you guys want videos about, be sure to comment below so that we can make videos about it for you guys, because ultimately we are here for you. All right?
Absolutely.
So first tip for the hack is acknowledge your achievements. So first and foremost, what does that mean for you? What does that mean?
So for me, especially going into the holidays, it can be a little bit of a downer time for some, a little depressing. It's a lot of hustle and bustle. People are working all the way up to the holidays. So one thing I try to think about when I'm going into the holidays, because, life doesn't stop just because it's the holidays. So I think about little victories, right? So, when you're looking at the fact that we're coming into a new year, everybody's starting to come up with their New Year's resolutions, because we all know that's what everybody does, and then we quit them in like February. But that's a big picture, and that's good. Having big goals is good, but the smaller goals and taking a look back to reflect at what you've accomplished this year, being 2019, before you get into 2020, is kind of hopefully going to help put things into perspective so that you can come up with some realistic and, hopefully some big dreaming goals as well for 2020, and you can reflect back on your little victories as well. That's kind of what I think about.
That's beautiful. Yeah, so in a nutshell, think of something that you're proud of. Something that you've done already this year to be proud of, to kind of like set you up for your New Year's resolution. The second thing is be generous. All right, that's super big, guys. And I'm not talking about giving gifts or donating money or whatever the case may be. Be generous with compliments. Those that are around you, give them a compliment. Let them know that you appreciate them. Give away your time, whether that's volunteering. Something that's pretty bad about when I go home is I spend time on Facebook and doing all this stuff. I could be giving my wife more time at home. So that's something that I'm trying to do.
Guilty.
And if you can't do anything, just write thank you cards. Just when you're at the house, when you're feeling kind of down, take some time. Think of your circle of people that kind of you appreciate the most, and just write them a little thank you letter and be generous. It doesn't have to be with time. It doesn't have to be with money or gifts. So be generous with time.
And another thing about being generous too is, the family and the friends. That's super important. You want to keep a tight knit on your circle and treat your inner circle good. Another thing I think about too, going back to how hectic the holidays can be, is I didn't come up with this, obviously. I'm sure we've seen this pop up on different motivational platforms from time to time, but it's that you never really know what somebody's going through. So just practice being kind. Whether you run into a perfect stranger, somebody lets a basket go in Walmart and, maybe it comes close to brushing up against your car or something. Don't be a jerk. You never really know what demons somebody's dealing with in their own time. So just be kind. Okay?
Absolutely. I've done that before.
Yeah.
I almost threw up my back running after a shopping cart. All right. So the third thing, this one may seem kind of weird as we're talking about it, but stick with us. So break with traditions. So what I mean by that is break from your normal traditions and try and incorporate something more positive. So for most people, you're going to sit around and wait for your next meal. You're going to eat, sit around and wait for your next meal. Go in and snack in between, whether it's for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. You're just going to sit around and eat. Try and incorporate something more physical. So what would be a good example of something we could ask them to do?
Prime example for me, my wife and I were actually just on vacation visiting my mother-in-law last week. And I already knew going into that there was no Anytime Fitnesses in the area. I wasn't going to use that as an excuse. We were there about 5 days. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get to any surrounding gyms. So what I did was, on a night where it was kind of a slow evening, we were just kind of sitting around relaxing, I just got up, threw my earbud, what are they called? Earbuds.
Earbuds, whatever you want to call them.
Whatever you
I don't know
want
what the kids call them.
I don't know. I'm not sure what the kids are calling them these days.
Down with the cool kids.
Yeah, and the funky chicks. So I threw my earbuds in, and I just went into a different room, and I did a lot of body weight stuff. My mother-in-law had some bands, some tension bands, so I grabbed a bunch of tension bands, did a bunch of body weight stuff, just got creative with it, had a good time. I made sure that I wasn't going to beat myself up for the fact that I was eating more sweets than I normally would, and that I was eating overall volume more than I normally would as well. I cut myself some slack because I was on vacation, and it's during the holidays. I just make sure that I tried to keep it moving at least 2 or 3 of the 5 days I was there. I just tried to keep it moving because, we were made to move, not just sit around and eat and then, like you were saying, sit around to your next meal and eat again.
And so that's something that we, even just apart from this, that's what we believe in as far as with Anytime Fitness. We believe in the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, stick to what you're supposed to do. Eat clean, train, exercise. 20% of the time, enjoy your life. Have that piece of pie. Go for seconds. But everything is good in moderation. And which brings me to another thing with coaching and off of this. If you guys go out of town and you have Brandon assigned as your coach, if you have Lindell assigned as your coach, if you have Jamie assigned as your coach, they can send you workouts to do through the Anytime Fitness app. So you don't have to limit yourself if where you're going to there isn't any time. So if you want to know more information about that, shoot us a message and we'll be able to get you taken care of as well. So moving on to the 4th step, shut out negativity. And like I said, the reason why we're doing this when we try bandits here is because Brandon motivates the heck out of me, so I'm going to let him take this one. What is something that our members and the people watching could do to kind of help shut out negativity?
Negativity, man. That one's. It's a mindset. It really is. You gotta wake up with it. One of the first things I do, not to get too far off from negativity, but one of the things I try to do, and I've learned this through trial and error. Bad days. You ever notice you wake up in the morning, you stump your toe, and what happens? You get irritated about it, and then the wheels come off for the rest of the day. But it's your mindset. So I try to wake up with gratitude. If I'm living a life of gratitude, trying to say out loud the things that I'm thankful for for my wife, I'm thankful for my child, I'm thankful I woke up another day. Well, it is hard to live in negativity and not shut it out and get it out of your life if you're living a life of gratitude. So and believe me, I'm not perfect with that. There's plenty of times that I slip and I get irritated about something and I kind of lose my way and then have to reel myself back in, or have my wife reel me back in. But if you're living in gratitude and trying to live in positivity, it is going to be extremely hard to let negative things affect you. Okay, it's all a mindset. That's kind of how I look at it.
That's awesome. And going off of that and adding to that, you kind of want to invite positivity instead of welcoming negativity.
Mm-hmm.
The way that the world is, the way that social media is, it's so easy to get involved in something that's negative. So if you have to, shut it out. With this time with your family, turn off the phone, turn off negativity.
Absolutely.
And focus on those things that you're grateful for. If you start feeling like you're having a negative thought, take some time. If you're on your phone, open up the notes pad, write down 5 things that you're grateful for, and it'll immediately change your mindset.
It's an awesome daily habit. I do it every day. 3 different things every day that I'm grateful for. I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
And it's something so simple. You don't even have to get out of bed for that.
Nope.
Just talk about something that you're grateful for. And the last and final thing, the fifth way, find some peace. Now, this one, it's kind of difficult to explain, but I'm going to try my best to. So you're going to try and find quiet moments for yourself, and think about what really brings you back to earth. For some, that may be your family, your kids. I don't have any kids. Me and Kayla don't have any kids, so I don't have those things to think about. But for me, I think about not skipping the gym. No relation, between me working with Anytime Fitness, but that's what helps me, find my send me back to earth. I can't skip the gym. If I do skip the gym, I just feel terrible. So that brings me back. So what's something that you feel like, helps you find some peace around this time of year?
Oh, obviously, family's always going to be, it's always going to be a given, and that's for a lot of people. Family, gym, that's always going to be a big one for me. I find that when I get in here and I get moving around, whether it be, weight training, whether it be just kind of getting on the treadmill, the elliptical, and just moving. I'm not saying you should do this, but I try to come 7 days a week. I'm not exercising all 7 days. I try to lift, 3, 4, 5 times a week. And then I have days where I just kind of come in here and I just move. I might get on the treadmill and just watch a video, just walk at a normal pace for 30, 45 minutes, just to move. As I was saying earlier, we're made to move around. That's the center for me as well, is just getting in here and moving around. I try to do it early in the morning. I know everybody's schedule doesn't permit that, but I try to get it knocked out first thing. That way it sets the tone for my entire day. Yeah, sometimes you get in here in the evening time, but just get after it. Just, get it done. That's always a big one for me. Family's always a big one for me. Reflecting at the end of the day, that's also a big one for me. As far as peace, I like to have a little bit of quiet time, if I can keep my eyes open in bed after I've done a little bit of journaling, wrote down some of the things I'm grateful for, did a little bit of reading. I try to kind of reflect on everything that took place that day. What were some of the highlights of that day? What were some of the things that I could have did better? I'm reflecting. That's also what I get from peace at the end of the day.
That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. So what I'd like for you guys to do for me after you get done watching this video, write down some things that you guys think will help you find some peace. And hopefully we can get something nice going in the comments of what others can help, inspiring others to find some peace if there's something they didn't think about. Mm-hmm. So a little recap. We're going to go back and forth on this one, on the 5 ways to boost motivation during the holidays. Number 1, acknowledge your achievements.
Be generous.
Be generous, all right? Number 3, break with traditions. Do something completely different.
4, shut out negativity. Wake up, living a life of gratitude, and you won't have to worry about negativity.
Beautiful. 5, find some peace. Guys, I appreciate everybody that took the time out of their day, out of their evening, whether you're with family or you're driving. If you're driving and watching this, shame on you. I know some people might be, but we appreciate you guys watching this. And if there's anything that you guys want as far as the videos go in the future, drop a comment, message us, let us know what you want to see.
Definitely.
Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I look forward to you guys coming in and making muscles here. Don't wait till the New Year's. You can go ahead and start coming in now. We offer a 7-day trial. Healthy happens when you have a coach. Every person that joins with us gets a coach, guys. Anything you want to say before we go?
Thank you for having me. Try to keep high spirits. Happy holidays.
All right. Y'all have a good evening. Y'all stay blessed. Deuces.